Hello and welcome to another video. Today I have a comparison video between the Lebof Stainless Steel Pan. This is quite a premium pan, and the Snow-Clad Hybrid Stainless Steel Pan. So these are both stainless steel. This is you can see the view pattern of the pan that I've been using. You can see it's pretty roughly used for at least about 8 months, 9 months. This is essentially a pan I use daily. And then this pan, you can see I just recently got it. You can still see some wear and tear on it. I've used it a couple times already, so I wanted to give an honest opinion after a few uses. I didn't just want to unbox it and show you the product this time around. So I did it a little differently. I don't have the unboxing part of the video, but it does come with a nice carrying case for the Lebof one. For the Snow-Clad one, I leave the unboxing and the whole video separately. But for this comparison, I'm going to focus on this one because I'm not doing a separate unboxing for this. This Lebof pan, stainless steel pan, you can see it's a nice finish throughout. It is safe to 800 Fahrenheit in a oven as well as a broiler, which is something you can't do with the other pans. You can't throw those in the oven because you have that black coating still on there. Both of these pans are PFAs free, so no toxic chemicals, but despite that, these pans do have that black coating that does eventually wear and tear and come out of the pan and leach into your food. So it's still not completely chemical free as compared to the stainless steel, which has no coating on it, so it is completely chemical free. It is a little bit safer. So regardless of what pan you use, unless it's a traditional pan with the toxic coating and things like that, it's going to be a little difficult for you to cook eggs. You're going to have to wait for your pan to warm up. In my personal opinion, eggs are one of the hardest things to cook correctly on a stainless steel based pan, and that includes even these hybrids. Even though they have partial coating, the eggs still tend to stick unless you do it in a proper way, which includes heating the pan to an appropriate temperature, oiling the pan, and then putting your egg in there. But we're going to try it out today with both of these pans at the same time and see how it works. So we're going to turn on both of these pans to medium heat. This Lebof pan has a nice cooling handle, so this handle will not transmit heat all the way to your hand, unless of course you throw it in the oven and everything's warm, but it's not going to transmit as much heat as a normal handle. Also wanted to note that the 5-ply construction, so it's constructed in a way that's going to be very durable, last you a long time. I just wanted to show you the bottom. You can see it's safe on all cookwares, including induction cookware. Just give it 120 seconds or 2 minutes or so for both of these to warm up. We're going to do a splash of oil on both, and then we're going to break an egg and see how it cooks. The way these pans are designed, the heat from the middle flame transmits evenly, so the temperature between here at the edge of the pan and the middle of the pan should be pretty even on these. I've been using them for a while, and I've noticed that the heat does not spread as evenly. They do claim the more even spread, but I don't think it's as good as just a pure stainless steel because there are different materials between the two. This is going to feel much more lightweight compared to a stainless steel one, but the stainless steel one's still lighter than a cast iron pan. So if you put your water and it boils off like that, that means that it's not reached the high enough temperature for it to create a nice layer of vapor and create those beads. So for example, this pan is hot enough, and you can see it's creating that beading versus not this one. Of course, the temperature I've set on both of these pans are not exactly equal, so we're going to see when this pan reaches that temperature. So as you might have noticed, I was cooking on too high of a heat for an egg. Once the water is beating and you're at the right temperature, you're supposed to then cool down the pan when you drop the egg, because eggs are supposed to cook at a little bit of lower temperature. But you can see even when I stuck stuff on there, if you just scrape with your spatula, stuff is coming right off. So it's not like I'm going to have a hard time cleaning this pan. Nothing's stuck on. It stayed stuck on when it was hot, but as the pan cools down, I turn it off, it's just coming right off, so right onto the spatula. But I'm going to rinse this off, and we're going to try at a lower heat. As you can see, it wasn't just a problem with the stainless steel Lebof one, but even the other one, the egg got burned on both sides. So we're gonna try again with the Lebof one and see how it goes. There you go. So I think we're there. We can go ahead and add our oil. I'm gonna reduce that temperature so we don't overheat our egg. As this is cooking, I want to explain the gap in the video. Initially, I cooked an egg on both pans, and unfortunately the heat was too high, so the egg stuck to both the pans. And those are the two fried eggs you see sitting on the hybrid stainless steel pan right now. They're both kind of burned. And then I was able to clean off very easily the burnt part of the stainless steel pan, and here we are. At the pan at full temperature, I am feeling essentially no heat at the distal part of the pan. As you go closer to the pan, there is some heat, but it's not a crazy hot or anything like that. So it's mostly the handle from the distal part of the handle. Mostly handle the pan from the distal part of the handle. Just gonna wait for it to release the egg, and then we'll go ahead and flip it. Okay, so not too much stuck actually. It's not as stuck as I thought. So this is how much got stuck. Not too bad. Let's see how it cooks. Now, I just realized that the egg that I put on this side that surface doesn't even have any oil. So let's see how well it does over there. All right, here are the 3 fried eggs we cooked today, sunny side up. Not great. This one is from the snow-clad hybrid pan. You can see I have things sticking on there. This is what the pan egg turned out to be. It is all together, but of course I was at too high of a heat, same temperature as the stainless steel. The stainless steel one actually does look less burnt because the burnt on bits did stay more onto the pan, although I showed you how they came off pretty easily. And this is our second attempt at lower temperature, which the egg is cooked better, not as burnt, but you can see it's still left on some stuck on stuff. So the eggs are the hardest to cook, and that's why I wanted to show you how well it works or how well it doesn't work. Either way, each pan, you can see that there's stuck on material on both of them. Whether you use a hex-clad, snow-clad, any of these hybrid stainless steel or stainless steel pans, the stuck-on issue with an egg is gonna remain. So I do recommend that you guys go ahead and go with the full stainless steel, completely avoid any of those chemicals, and use one of these Lebof type stainless steel pans. I am happy with this because I wanted to see how much of a difference it was as far as the stuck-on stuff when I'm cooking eggs or other things that kind of stick onto the pan, and I don't see too much of a difference as long as I'm heating the stainless steel pan up to a proper temperature. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.